Hello everybody. So now I am unmuting everybody. I am starting your class. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So what I am writing is visible. Is it visible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So see, one thing I have introduced now. Listen everybody. What I will be doing mostly 3-4 simple daily practice sheets I will be giving, having sometime 5 problems, sometime 8 problems, sometime 10 max. Okay. In a week, 3-4 times, 5 times I will be giving. These assignments, DPPs will be related to current topics. Very simple questions will be there. So what I want, it will take hardly 30 minutes, 25 to 30 minutes. It will not take more time. So very simple DPPs I will be giving, which you can solve in 25 to 30 minutes. So I expect that all of you must solve it and submit it on daily basis. Only, so this is the minimum practice you are supposed to do. You can unmute yourself. Is it okay with everybody? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you take half
Yes,
hour
sir.
for maths every day?
Yes, sir.
Only 30 minutes I want, okay?
Yes.
Adhira? Aditi Sinha?
Yes, sir.
Can you give half hour only for maths?
Yes, sir.
Because you are not submitting any work generally. So what I want, half an hour. Akshay,
Yes, sir.
half an hour.
Yes, sir.
I don't want 2 hours, 3 hours. I want what? Half an hour. The assignment I'm giving, I don't want solutions also. You solve and just submit to me A, B, C, D, whatever answers you are getting. But what I want, you must solve at home. If you are solving 10, 20 problems every day, this is the minimum thing.
So when are you giving it, sir? Like,
So last time also in the one DPP I have already submitted. Yesterday night I have sent.
oh, okay. I have to see just
On the Google Classroom every day you will find almost 4 or 5 DPPs. Daily practice sheet DPS you will find on the Google Classroom. DPS 1, DPS 2, DPS 3, DPS 4, like that. And they will be related to your current topics only. Understood? In addition to that, I will be sending you assignment. Book is also there. Google Classroom, we are having complete book, phase 5, physics book, chemistry book, maths book. You are also supposed to solve that. And you are also supposed to solve NCERT books. Some questions I am taking regularly from the NCERT. So this is the work required. If your school classes have started, definitely you must be solving NCERT in school. So because of that, I am not forcing you to solve NCERT here, because ultimately you have to solve in school. So here, what is the minimum work I am giving? Because what I have observed, daily you are not solving maths. So you are solving 2 times or 3 times a week. So then you are forgetting the concepts which I am giving. So now on what if you make a practice daily, the maths will become very easy. One of the easiest subject it will become. So that is the main idea behind it. If you solve so many questions at a time, then it becomes very tough subject. Understood? So on day-to-day basis, you must solve questions. So now I'm starting the class. Today I'm taking derivative of inverse trigonometric functions. See, I think this is the first class for Deepthi. Can you unmute yourself, Deepthi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think this is the first class for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we were doing differentiation from last 4-5 classes. So 2 more classes will be there for differentiation. Then we will go to the next chapter. And next chapter will be new chapter that you can also understand. Only problem will be in these 2 classes because these are long back going on classes. Okay. So those, whatever is remaining portion, I will explain you afterward. Okay. You can ask me separately or you can send me on the WhatsApp message. I will explain you separately that portion. It will take hardly 2 classes, 2-3
Okay.
classes. Okay. So differentiation of,
Okay.
yeah. So now write everybody, differentiation of inverse trigonometric functions. Of ITF, inverse trigonometric functions. And in short, I'm writing differentiation of ITF. This is what we are going to study today, differentiation of ITF. So basic concepts I've already given, derivative of, so okay. Everybody remember the basic derivatives? Yes, Akshay? अक्षय ही सबसे पहले दिखा आज मेरे को। अक्षय, what is derivative of sine inverse x? You can unmute yourself.
1 second, sir. It's 1 by whole root of 1 minus x squared.
Yes, very good. Mahalakshmi, you can unmute Mahalakshmi. Your speaker is not working. Vyas, Sanskar. You can unmute for 2 minutes. Everybody can unmute.
Sir, my mic has a problem, sir.
No problem. I can listen you. So what is
You can
derivative
listen,
of?
sir. Okay. Last time, sir, there was a problem, so I don't.
No,
know
now
what
I can
happened.
listen. What is derivative
Okay,
of
sir.
cos inverse x?
I don't remember, sir.
Oh, you have to remember by this time. See how many days are over. That is why I have given this small work, 10 problems per day. You will be solving. Sanskar, can you give half hour per day for maths?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so every day I will be expecting 10 problems only. I will be giving the problems, you will be solving. Okay, what is derivative of sine inverse x? Akshay has just told 1 upon under root of. See, this basic formula everybody must know. Differentiation ddx of sine inverse x is equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. You can note down, Sanskar, this. Those who don't know can note down. If you can also note down. Yes. Next. Spurti. Spurti. You can unmute yourself. Spurti, you are not able to unmute. Okay, Tarunya.
So
What is derivative of cos inverse x?
minus 1 by root of 1
Yes.
minus x square.
Yes, minus 1 by. So what is derivative of sine inverse x? Cos inverse x derivative minus sine. Next. Derivative of tan inverse x. See, you could have sit with the book also, because I cannot see you. Okay. Pavitra,
Yes, sir.
what is derivative of tan inverse x?
1 by 1 plus x square.
Yes, one. Very good. 1 by 1 plus x square. Next. Yes. Manas, can you unmute yourself? What is derivative of cot inverse x? You are not able to unmute. Derivative of cot inverse x. You remembered? No, I think your mic is not working. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think mic is not working. Your voice is not coming. Yes. Ati Sinha, what is derivative of cot inverse x?
So it's 1 by minus 1 by 1 plus x square.
Yes, very good. It is minus of 1 plus x square tan inverse x. See, here only differences of minus sign. In these also differences minus sign. So this is very easy to remember. Back. Yes, Pawan.
Yes, sir.
What is derivative of sec inverse x?
By mod x into square root of x square minus 1.
Yes, 1 upon mod x into under root of x square minus 1. Yes, Sarah.
Yes,
What
sir.
is, what is derivative of sec inverse x? Cosec inverse x?
Minus 1 by mod x into under root x
Yeah.
square minus 1.
Yes. Yes, correct. So you can see the difference in them is only minus sign. These two, difference between these two is minus sign. Difference between these two is also minus sign. So these are our derivatives. Okay. Now, some simple questions I will take. First, let y is equal to cot inverse under root x. I want what is its a derivative. So dy by dx will be equal to cot inverse x, see this formula, minus 1 upon 1 plus under root x square. Under root x square will be how much? X into derivative of under root x, 1 upon 2 under root x. This will be answer of this. Now, in this the main problem is you will have lot of problem, particularly in competitive exams, because of the domain and range problem. So how to solve that, how to handle that? Some questions I'm asking. For example, this was asked in your CBSE also. One question, if y is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 plus sin x upon 1 minus sin x, find dy by dx. This was asked in CBSE 2003. CBSE exams, board exam, it was asked. These models are very important for your board exams also, as well as competitive part. So first of all, the main problem with this question is you have to use the trigonometry. In trigonometry, before solving this problem, 1 plus sin x, under root of 1 plus sin x, this is equal to under root of 1 you can write as sin square xy2 plus cos square xy2. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. And sin x can be written as 2 sin xy2 cos xy2. So if you observe, this is nothing but a square plus b square plus 2ab. So this is a sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square. So this will be equal to mod of sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2. Similarly, under root of 1 minus sin x can be written as mod of cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. This we can write. See here, this mod creates a lot of problem. This mod creates a lot of problem here. This, although in board exams it will not create any problem, but in competitive exams you have to be very careful. Why I am writing mod? Because under root of, see, under root of x square is always equal to mod x. That is the main idea. Yeah. In competitive exam, this is the mistake we are making. This is the mistake we are making. But in board, first I am explaining simple question. In your NCERT, if suppose this question is asked NCERT, how will solve? You will directly write this as sine inverse. Without mod, you can write here cos x by 2 plus sine x by 2 upon cos x by 2 minus sine x by 2. Under root of 1 plus sine x upon 1 minus sine x is cos x by 2 plus sine x by 2 upon cos x by 2 minus sine x by 2. So this is equal to tan inverse. This is divided by cos x by 2. 1 plus tan x by 2 upon 1 minus tan x by 2. And this is nothing but tan inverse tan 5 by 4 plus x by 2. This is the formula in trigonometry. 1 plus tan x upon 1 minus tan x is equal to tan 5 by 4 plus x. In 11th class you have done. If you expand right hand side, you will get left hand side. So this will cancel. See, up to this stage, I have not done any differentiation. Simply using your 11th class concepts. So y is equal to 5 by 4 plus, this was you have done in the 11th class. Now you differentiate. So dy by dx is equal to 0 plus half. So this is the answer. See, same question can have different answers also. One very important thing I am discussing with this, which is of next level actually. Just one question I am discussing of that. This you have noted this question. First, note down everybody. See this under root 1 plus sin x. This I have written here. Under root 1 plus sin x is how much? This. Under root of 1 plus sin x. So as I told, for CBSE part, you forget this mod. This is just like bracket. Next page, I am going to explain. So this is sin x by 2. This is cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. This I have written here. Tan inverse in this scheme. Now dividing by cos x by 2. Both numerator and denominator. So when I divide by cos x by 2, it will become 1 plus tan x by 2 upon 1 minus tan x by 2. And this is the formula here, this 1 plus 10x upon 1 minus 10x is 10 pi by 4 plus x. See, there are certain formulas which you must remember. For example, see this 10 pi by 4 plus x, 10a plus b, 10a, 10 pi by 4 plus 10a plus 10b upon 1 minus 10a, 10b. Now see this 10 pi by 4, 1045 is 1. 1 plus 10x upon 1 minus 10x. This you can write 1 plus 10x is sin x upon cos x upon 1 minus sin x upon cos x. Now you can take cos x LCM. So you will get cos x plus sin x upon cos x minus sin x. So cos x plus sin x upon cos x minus sin x is 10 pi by 4 plus x. Similarly, 10 pi by 4 minus x will be cos x minus sin x upon cos x plus sin x. Everybody note down these two. So if you observe your previous page, we have done the same thing. This is what cos x plus sin x, cos theta plus sin theta upon cos theta minus sin theta is 10 pi by 4 plus theta. Here theta is x by 2. Now understood this green part? So tan inverse and tan will cancel out. So tan inverse and tan will cancel out. This tan inverse and tan will cancel out. So what is left? Pi by 4 plus x by 2. Now differentiate. So dy upon dx is derivative of pi by 4 constant is 0 and derivative of x by 2 is half. So answer is half. Now see, same question I will give now with conditions. Here I have not given any condition. This was for the CBSE. Now if suppose same question is asked in competitive exams, then this can have multiple options. So I'm going to next page. Question was, I'm again writing the question. See, same question I'm writing. If y is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 plus sin x upon 1 minus sin x. Find dy by dx. Now two cases I am taking. Case 1. X varies between pi by 2 to pi. Second case, x varies between, or first case take x varies between 0 to pi by 2. X varies, first case will take 0 to pi by 2. Second case, pi by 2 to pi. Now, the important thing is under root of 1 plus sin x upon 1 minus sin x. As I have told, this can be written as under root of cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 whole square upon cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 whole square. Can I write in this way? Any doubt up to this step? Anybody having doubt, you can ask me this stage, because this is what we have done earlier. One is cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2, and sin x is 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. See, this previous page we have done the same thing here. I have explained 1 plus sin x is sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2, and 1 minus sin x is cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. Yes?
Sir, that sum, is it of the first case or is it in general?
Yes. Yes, this case, this was the first case. So in exams, board exams, we solve in general that first case only. We don't apply these conditions in board exams. Only problem comes in competitive exams. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So this, now you have to apply the mod here. This is equal to mod of cos xy2 plus sin xy2 upon mod of cos xy2 minus sin xy2. This is the problem here now. Understood? Now take case 1. Case 1 is x varies between 0 to pi by 2. So x by 2, if I divide by 2, so x by 2 will vary between 0 to pi by 4. See, the problem is coming in these intervals when x varies between, x by 2 varies between 0 to pi by 4. If you see the graph, if theta varies between 0 to pi by 4, cos theta graph, this, see the graph. This is the cos graph. I think everybody knows cos graph, and this is the sine graph. This is sine theta, and this is a cos theta graph. So, and this point where they are intersecting is pi by 4. That means when theta angle varies between 0 to pi by 4, cos theta is more than sine theta. That is the problem. So when x, this theta varies between 0 to pi by 4, cos x by 2 will be more than sine x by 2. Whereas in the second case, when x varies between pi by 2 to pi, so this x by 2, this angle varies between pi by 4 to pi by 2. And pi by 4 to pi by 2 means here, you can see this part, this part, this part, in this part. Sine is more, this here, you can see the sine is more than cos, red part, sine is more than cos. So in this case, cos x by 2 is less than sine x by 2. That is the problem here. So in this case, when theta by 2, theta lies between 0 to pi by 4, x by 2 lies between 0 to pi by 4, I will have, this will give me tan inverse this cos x by 2, this is positive, cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 upon, this will be positive because cos is more than sine. So cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. So this is a pi by 4 plus x by 2 we have done. But in second case, mod of this cos x by 2 is less. So we will have tan inverse cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2. Now tell me what will be this mod? Because your cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 is negative. So mod x is equal to minus x if x is less than 0. I think this everybody knows by this time. So here the problem in this case is cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 is less than 0. So mod of cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2 will be equal to minus of cos x by 2 minus sin. That is the problem. So finally what I will get here? Tan inverse cos x by 2 plus sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2 minus sin x by 2. So this is equal to tan inverse minus tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. Other things will remain same. So this minus sign will come outside. If you observe, tan inverse minus theta is a minus tan theta. So now I can write this next step here, continuation. I'm writing here now. This I'm going top. So this is equal to minus tan inverse tan pi by 4 plus x by 2. So this is equal to minus y is equal to minus pi by 4 minus x by 2. So dy by dx will be how much? Minus 1 upon 2 now. In second case. So there will be two answers of this. When x varies from 0 to pi by 2, your answer is, what is the answer here? dy by dx is equal to half. In second case, what is the answer? dy by dx is equal to minus half. But in board exams, the first method, simple method, is sufficient. Just I have given a hint idea how things get changed, which were very simple. Life was going very simple, but as competitive part comes, how things get changed. Because of this, I have explained you in the beginning modulus function, if you have remembered. Have you remembered? I started with modulus function only. Note down all this. That's why I told modulus function must be very clear to everybody. Those who have not attended the modulus function, they can attend. I will share one link, but you have to tell me separately. I will share one link, one video class of mine, where I have explained modulus function in great detail. This is over now. Shall I move next? Okay, so next page. Now, there are certain standard substitutions are there, which will make life very easy. Okay, so write some standard substitutions. Some useful substitutions. Yes, note down some useful substitutions. These are particularly used for with the inverse trigonometric functions. First, I am giving them, then I will take some examples. First substitution. If question is in the form of under root of a square minus x square, 1 minus x square, under root 9 minus x square, under root 3 minus 2x square, 2 we can take outside like this. Then we must put x is equal to, substitution is x is equal to a sine theta or x is equal to a cos theta. Anything we can put here. Second, if we have under root a square plus x square or simply a square plus x square, then we put x is equal to a tan theta generally, or you can put x equal to a cot theta. Third substitution is under root of x square minus a square. These steps you have to remember. Under root of x square minus a square. I will give examples of them. Then we have to put x is equal to a sec theta or x is equal to a cosec theta. Fourth is if we have questions of the type under root of a minus x upon a plus x, or a plus x upon a minus x, then put x is equal to a cos 2 theta. X is equal to a cos 2 theta will work here. A is constant. Fifth, if question is in the form of x upon a minus x or a minus x upon x, under root of a minus x upon x, then we can put x equal to a sine square theta. And if it is sixth form, under root of x upon a plus x or under root of a plus x upon x, then put x equal to a tan square theta. And last is 7, if it is in the form of under root of x upon x minus a. See, whenever x minus a comes, our substitution becomes or under root of x minus a upon x. What we substitute? X is equal to a sec square theta. This table you have to remember. Note down this, then I will take examples. See some examples I'm taking. Example number 1. Suppose the question is, these are all first I am solving your board level questions only. They are very good for your, whether it is CBSE board or PU board or for ICSE board. These are very good examples, and you will find this type of questions in your all books. For example, if y is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x, find dy dx. So now in this case, this is under root of a square plus x square, where a is equal to 1. So I must put x is equal to, second formula I must use, this second formula. So x is equal to tan theta, a is 1. So put x is equal to tan theta. So we'll get y is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 upon tan theta. This is equal to tan inverse. Under root of 1 plus tan square theta is a under root of sec square theta. So if no condition is attached, see here, remember whenever under root of x square is there, this will be mod x. If some condition is attached, its sign may change. Suppose they are saying this lies in second quadrant theta, but here nothing is given, we will simply take this as sec theta 1 upon tan theta. Convert in sine and cos. So this is tan inverse 1 minus cos theta upon sine theta. Now here again your trigonometry, as I from the beginning I am telling, revise all the trigonometric formulas. Everywhere in this chapter, next chapter, every chapter we will use trigonometry extensively. Whether it is your NCERT book or ICSE book or any board book, trigonometry will be used extensively. Now simplify, apply this and solve this. So this is tan inverse. 1 minus cos theta is 2 sine square theta by 2. Sine theta is 2 sine theta by 2 cos theta by 2. So if you can see, this 2 will cancel, sine theta by 2 will cancel. So what will be left? Sine theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2 is equal to tan theta by 2. So this is equal to tan inverse tan theta by 2 is equal to theta by 2. Y is equal to. So what is this? Y is equal to 1 upon 2 theta. Theta is tan inverse x. Now you can differentiate very easily. Direct formula. So dy by dx, this implies dy by dx will be 1 upon 2 and derivative tan inverse x is 1 plus x squared. That will be answer. So answer of this question is 1 upon 2 derivative of tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So you can see derivative part is very small. Mainly you have to play with the trigonometry. You have to use trigonometry extensively. So 3-4 questions I am taking of this type so that you learn the art of substitution. Next, this is over, completed this page.
Yes, sir.
Why did we use tan? See, what is this? See, second, this is under root of 1 plus x square. This is in the form of under root of a square plus x square, where a is equal to 1. So when it is under root of a square plus a square, I have to put x equal to a tan theta. So I am putting x equal to tan theta. You can see now previous page. This page. Under root of a square plus x square. I have to put x equal to second number formula. Got it, Pawan? So that is why I have taken it tan theta. Understood, Pawan? This was, I think you were asking, or something else?
Yes, sir, got it. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, next. So first I'm giving to you for solving. Question is y is equal to tan inverse x minus under root of 1 minus x square upon x plus under root of 1 minus x square. Find dy by dx. Just think what substitution we must use, what will be useful here, how to proceed further. Directly we cannot solve. This question is again your board level problem only. These are not advanced level. You don't think that they are for competitive parts. They are perfectly your for board exams. They have been asked previously in your board exams. Just solve it. Yes, tell me which substitution we must use.
Cos theta or sin theta.
No, yes, yes, both we can use. Our answers will be different. That is another problem here. So use x is equal to cos theta, suppose. So solution of this, let x is equal to cos theta. So we'll get y is equal to tan inverse x is cos theta minus under root of 1 minus cos square theta is under root sin square theta sin theta upon cos theta plus sin theta. This formula just I have given tan inverse cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta plus sin theta is tan pi by 4 minus theta. This I have just derived you. So this is pi by 4 minus theta. Remember, first you have to convert in standard form because here dy by dx you have to find out dy by d theta. So this is a pi by 4 minus what is theta? Cos inverse x. So dy by dx will be 1 upon under root of 1 minus x square. This will be answer of this. Example number 4. If y is equal to cos inverse x minus x raised to power minus 1 upon x plus x raised to power minus 1. Question is find dy by dx. Yes, what is the answer coming? Yes, anybody got? So in this, what we can do, we'll write y is equal to cos inverse x minus 1 upon x plus 1 upon x. Then take LCM. So this will be cos inverse x square minus 1 upon x square plus 1. Cos inverse x square minus 1 upon x square plus 1. Now, if you are careful enough, you can write this as cos inverse minus 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square is equal to pi minus cos inverse 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. Now, you can put here x is equal to 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. You must remember the formula. 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but cos 2 theta. So using that formula, I will put x is equal to, what substitution we will do? Put x equal to tan theta. So formula is 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta is equal to cos 2 theta. So this y will become y is equal to pi minus cos inverse cos 2 theta is equal to pi minus 2 theta. So y is equal to pi minus 2. What is theta? Tan inverse x. Now you can solve. So dy by dx will be minus 2 upon 1 plus. So in all these questions, you can see 90% is our trigonometry. Differentiation is last part, last step, 10%. Any doubt in this? So I'm taking so many examples, so you must understand the substitution. You must try to remember the trigonometry, revise the trigonometry. I'm not saying that you start solving the problems, just some important formulas. You must write and keep ready so that you can refer the formulas. The more you refer the formulas, the better you will remember it. Completed this? Shall we go to next page? Sanskar, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so come to next page. Differentiate one last problem. This time I'm taking, then I will switch over to next model. Find derivative of tan inverse under root of 1 plus x minus under root of 1 minus x upon under root of 1 plus x plus under root of 1 minus x. Just try to solve it first. I'm giving some 2-3 minutes to you. So in this question, again, yeah, either you rationalize first. If you rationalize directly, also you can put x equal to cos theta. Different ways may be there, but for objective questions, best method will be you rationalize first, inner part. So that means inner part I'm multiplying by under root of 1 plus x minus under root 1 minus x. Yes,
So we can substitute x as cos 2 theta as well, right?
yes. But
So
again, in that the problem will be, see, the moment you are putting one, see, I am coming now from the completed part point of view, okay? So if you are
Yes,
putting cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta will be how much? 2 cos square theta. So this will be under root 2 mod cos theta. So every time you will get mod cos theta minus mod sin theta upon mod cos theta plus mod sin theta. Then depending on the angle, they will keep on changing.
So in the question, won't they define the range of x?
In board, they will not define. So just simply you have to solve. You can take cos 2 theta. For example, the same question is asked in board. How you will solve? I am explaining that. Just put x equal to cos theta and solve it. X equal to cos 2 theta, suppose you want to put, no problem. So tan inverse under root of 1 plus cos 2 theta minus under root 1 minus cos 2 theta upon under root of 1 plus cos 2 theta minus under root 1 minus cos 2 theta. This is equal to tan inverse under root of 1 plus cos 2 theta. Is it 2 cos square theta? So under root of 2 cos square theta minus under root of 2 sin square theta upon under root of 2 cos square theta plus under root of 2. So this is a tan inverse. Under root 2 will cancel. This is cos theta minus sin theta upon cos theta plus sin theta. Simply we will write this. So this is equal to tan inverse tan pi by 4 minus theta. So this is equal to pi by 4 minus theta. Theta we will write from here. What is that? Cos 2 theta is equal to x. So 2 theta is equal to cos inverse x. So theta is equal to 1 upon 2. So this is pi by 2 minus 1, pi by 4 minus 1 upon 2 tan inverse x. Now differentiate. Differentiation is the last step. So dy upon dx is equal to 0 minus plus 1 upon 2 under root of 1 minus x square. This is the answer.
So is this correct?
Yes. For board exam, this is 100% correct. But if they specify the range of x, then this will be wrong. Because then you have to decide signs of cos and sine. So for the time being, this is sufficient how to solve this type of problems. Hello?
Yes, sir.
So you got it, this everybody?
Yes, sir.
Now we are going to the next type of problems, okay? In this, what will happen? Next type, in the inverse trigonometric functions only. So I am giving again the list of formulas which you must have forgotten by this time. So, right. Now in these questions, we will use the following formulas. So different formulas we have studied. So division of ITF formulas. So write heading revision of ITF formulas. Revision of ITF formulas. So all formulas I am writing, note down, they are very important formulas. We will be using them. Our answer will depend on these formulas only. Otherwise, you can get different answers. First formula is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. When x is positive, y is positive, or simply xy is less than 1. These formulas we'll be using here again. When x positive, y positive, those formulas, same formulas we have done earlier. Xy is less than 1 or xy is greater than 1. This one first formula is when xy is less than 1. In this, if you remember, this was pi plus tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. If x is positive, y is positive, and xy is greater than 1, and this is a minus pi plus tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. If x is negative, y is negative, but xy is more than 1. Second formula, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x minus y upon 1 plus xy. When x is positive, y is positive. All details I am not going in this. Third, 2 tan inverse x. Tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square is equal to 2 tan inverse x. These all formulas, if you open your books, we will get all these formulas. X varies between -1 and 1. This is equal to pi plus 2 tan inverse x. If x is less than -1, and this is equal to minus pi plus 2 tan inverse x if x is greater than 1. Similarly, we have done sin inverse x plus sin inverse y. Those formulas, sin inverse x plus sin inverse y is equal to sin inverse x under root 1 minus y square plus y under root 1 minus x square. This type of formulas. Some only I am writing, which are important. Sin inverse 3x minus 4x cube is equal to 3 sin inverse x when x lies between -half and half. And so many other formulas are there. For example, Sine inverse sine x is equal to x if x lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is pi minus x lies between pi by 2 to pi, and so on. So many formulas we have given already derived that. All those concepts will be useful here. For example, one question is differentiate tan inverse 4 under root x upon 1 minus 4x. So here you must remember which formula I am talking about. I am talking about tan inverse 2xy upon 1 minus xy, or this is tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus 2x square upon 1 minus 2x, tan inverse x plus y. Sorry, this not this formula. I am talking about tan inverse 2x, 2 tan inverse x, 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square, this formula. So this write in that form. First of all, tan inverse 2 into 2 under root x upon 1 minus 2 under root x whole square. Now you can compare with them. So this is equal to 2 tan inverse x 2 under root x. X is 2 under root x here. Tan inverse 2p upon 1 minus p square is 2 tan inverse p. Now you can find dy by dx. So first of all, you must convert in simple form. After this, finding dy by dx is very easy. Dy by dx is equal to 2. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. 2 under root x whole square into derivative of 2 under root x is 2 into 1 upon 2 under root x. So this 2 will cancel. So this is 2 upon under root x into 1 plus 4x. This is the answer.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, the 2 will go for both the terms of tan inverse and 2 root x. The outside to the tan inverse 2 root x. 2 will go for tan inverse differentiation and 2 root x differentiation.
No, 1 minute. See, this I'm explaining here. Suppose y is equal to tan inverse 2 root x. So this is like tan inverse theta. So y dash is equal to 1 upon 1 plus x square. X square will be how much? 4x into derivative of 2 root x. So this is 1 upon 1 plus 4x. When I differentiate, 2 will come outside, and derivative of under root x will be 1 upon 2 under root x. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
So this 2 will cancel this 2. So what is left? 1 upon under root x into 1 plus 4x. That is left.
Yes, sir.
And in this case, this 2 is outside, so I'm writing this 2 here. Okay, take next problem. Next, if y is equal to sine inverse 5x plus 12 under root of 1 minus x square upon 13, find dy by dx. So in this question, you have to be a bit more careful here. If you rewrite the terms, sine inverse, see this 5 upon 13 x plus 12 upon 13 under root of 1 minus x square. So if you consider a triangle here, sine A cos B, like you consider this 5, this 13, then this will be 12. And this is suppose angle theta. Then cos theta is how much? 5 upon 13, and sine theta is equal to 12 upon 13. And in this you can take let x is equal to sine theta. So you will get sine inverse 5 upon 13. 5 upon 13 is cos theta. X is sine theta. So sine theta cos, not theta, this take as alpha, some other angle, sorry. This you must take some other angle. So let us take this as alpha. So sine alpha cos theta plus 12 upon 13 is sine theta. And this is how much? Under root of 1 minus sine square alpha is cos alpha. So you can see what is this? Sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. This is sine A plus B. So this is sine inverse of sine alpha plus theta. So this is equal to alpha plus theta. So put the values alpha. Alpha is sine inverse x plus theta. Theta is equal to anything you can put. Sine inverse 12 upon 3 or cos inverse 5 upon 3. This is constant. So now you can differentiate. So dy by dx will be equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus. This will be 0. So this will be the answer. Now here answer can be minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x square also. That is the problem with this question. This type of problem generally.
Sir,
Yes.
so how is the plus 0?
Constant part. This is constant. Sine inverse of something is constant.
Okay, sir.
This is not variable. So its derivative will be 0.
Sir,
Yes.
so how do we know that it's constant?
12 and 13, see, sine inverse of what? 12 upon 13. 12 is constant, 13 is constant. So sine inverse of some angle will be constant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so come to next. Now solve one more problem. If y is equal to, this is also a bit tricky problem, y is equal to sine inverse of x under root 1 minus x minus under root x into under root of 1 minus x square. Directly you can never solve this kind of problems. You have to first simplify them. See here, visualization is a bit difficult here. What we are going to do here, I will write with different colors. Y is equal to sine inverse. So let us consider this x and this as under root of 1 minus this x I am writing as under root x whole square. Then minus this is under root x into this is under root of 1 minus x square. For your visualization, let us consider this under root x, not this under root x, another under root x as y, where I have written in blue color. So this will be y is equal to sine inverse. See this x, this is under root 1 minus y square minus y under root 1 minus x square.
Sir,
Yes.
so why should we substitute root x as y?
See, that is what I am telling. Here, complete root x is not y. See, I have converted this question in the red and blue ink. So now think, red ink, this x is connected with that x, and this blue are connected. So in this, when blue x under root x is coming, that I want to convert in terms of y. Only blue under root x, not red x. I am not saying that x is equal to y square. See here, this x, I am not writing here y square. This x I am keeping here as it is x only.
And sir,
Yes.
if we take x as cos to theta again here,
No use. We can take, but no use now.
but will the answer come from that, sir?
Yes. So you can write this in this form, and if you want to write this red part, you can leave as it is. Under root 1 minus x square. Only blue part I am changing. And this is the formula, if you remember sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. This is the formula for sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. What was the formula for, remember? Just that, reconnect. Sine inverse x minus sine inverse y is equal to sine inverse x under root 1 minus y square minus y under root 1 minus x square. So this is the formula for sine inverse x minus sine inverse y. Now what is y? That right. Sine inverse x minus sine inverse under root x. Now you can differentiate So dy by dx will be derivative of sine inverse is 1 upon root 1 minus x square minus 1 upon under root 1 minus x into derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 under root x. That is the answer. So that's why I told this is a very important question, this. Because here, although x is same, but we are treating them differently for our convenience, because we want to convert this question into a simple inverse trigonometric function. Any doubt in this? Okay, so I'm taking one more question. Basically, two questions I'm taking now here. One is a differentiate. Both questions are related. So first I will take a simple question, then I will take its application part. Tan inverse 5x upon 1 minus 6x square. Find its derivative. This is the first question. Second question is find derivative of tan inverse a plus bx upon b minus ax. These two problems you have to solve. Tan inverse a plus bx upon b minus ax. First solve question number, this first question. Tan inverse 5x upon 1 minus 6x square. Remember, whenever this inverse trigonometric function question comes for differentiation, always try to split into two terms. So here this is in the form of tan inverse. You have to connect this with that form. Tan inverse using the formula tan inverse 2x upon 1 minus x square. Or you can use the formula tan inverse a plus b upon 1 minus ab is equal to tan inverse a minus tan inverse b. This. You can split into two parts, plus, sorry. So how to get that idea? That concept I'm explaining. So in this formula, if you observe here, tan inverse a plus b upon 1 minus ab. So first of all, you have to focus on this one, that this position must be 1. Minus or plus product of 2 a into b, and numerator is sum of those two functions. That means I can write this as tan inverse 2x sum plus 3x upon 1 minus 2x into 3x, their product. So numerator you must have sum, denominator you must have product. So tan inverse a plus b upon 1 minus ab is equal to tan inverse a plus tan inverse b. That is all. In the numerator, you must have sum. Tan inverse, what is the formula? Tan inverse a plus b sum upon 1 minus their product of those two factors. This is equal to tan inverse a plus tan inverse b. So now you can easily differentiate y dash is equal to 1 upon 1 plus 4x square into 2 plus 1 upon 1 plus 9x square into 3, because derivative of 3x will be 3. This will be answer. So finally you can write this is 2 upon 1 plus 4x square plus 3 upon 1 plus 9.
So,
Yes.
so it can be tan inverse 6x minus tan inverse x as well.
Tan inverse 6x.
6 plus minus tan inverse x.
Okay. In that case, what is the formula? Tan inverse a minus b upon 1 plus.
So the answer will differ, right?
No, this will not be the function. See, what you are saying is it tan inverse 6x minus tan inverse x. So tan inverse this a minus b 6x minus x upon 1 plus ab 6x square.
Oh,
So
understood.
this is
Got
tan
it.
inverse 5x upon 1 plus 6x square. These functions are different.
Got it, sir.
Okay. Now think how you can solve the second problem. See, I'm explaining in details, everything, so many things I'm explaining. You must listen very carefully. And I will be sending some questions based on these concepts also today again.
So will it help to divide the numerator and denominator by b?
Yes, very good. Why we are dividing by b? Because one thing I have told, if you remembered, I have underlined here, see this red mark, this. Okay, this must be 1 here. This must be 1 here, 1. A plus b upon 1 minus ab. So first of all, I must get 1 here. So to get 1 here, this is the most important step here. To get 1 here, what I will do? I will divide by b, numerator and denominator. So this will be tan inverse. Divide by b, a upon b plus x upon 1 minus a upon b x. You can see numerator is sum of the factors and denominator is the product of them. These are the two factors, a upon b and x. And here this is the product of these two factors. So tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy is equal to tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Y is nothing but x here. So now find derivative. So divide by dx, this is constant plus 1 upon 1 plus x square. So this derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square. That means its derivative is independent of a and b. Note down this. 2-3 more similar type of problem I am taking so that the concepts are very strong for this type of problems. See, maths requires practice only. If you solve some more number of problems, make more practice, things becomes very easy. Practice makes perfect. Completed this? After completion, you must tell me so that I can proceed further.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now come to see this another type of problem I'm taking now. Find divide derivative of tan inverse 3a square x minus x cube upon a cube minus 3ax square. So here you have to remember the formula. First, 3 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square. This is the formula we have to use here. And condition is x lies between minus 1 upon under root 3 to 1 upon under root 3. So again, my focus is here, it must be 1. So I will divide by a cube. Both numerator and denominator, so divide by a cube. So this will be tan inverse 3a square x upon a cube minus x upon a cube upon 1 minus 3ax square upon a cube. So you can write what is left, tan inverse a square will cancel, 3x upon a minus x upon a whole cube upon 1 minus 3x upon a square. So tan was 3x minus x cube upon 1 minus 3x square, where x is nothing but x upon a. So this will be equal to 3 tan inverse x upon a. This a can be 3, a can be 2, a can be 5, a can be any real number. Now differentiate. Y dash is equal to 3. Derivative of this tan inverse x is 1 upon 1 plus x square into derivative of x upon a is 1 upon a. So this is equal to 3, a square will go to top upon a square plus x square into 1 upon a. So this 1 upon a will cancel 1 upon a. So your answer will be 3a upon, this will be answer. So many questions I have given today. I explained different models, all models. So I expect that all students must solve. Today I will be sending you, I think, 8 or 10 problems again. One assignment I have already sent. So solve it at least. I will be giving solutions also. But only thing is you have to try them first. In NCERT also some very good questions are given on this inverse trigonometric functions. Most of them I have already taken. 50% questions I have solved. Okay. So any doubts are there? Anybody having any doubt? 1 or 2 doubts we can take if you want. Hello? Yes, what happened to everybody?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, I had a doubt in one question, sir.
Yes, ask.
So the question was tan inverse 5x by 1 minus 6x square. The before the question.
Okay, 1 minute. Tan inverse of 5x upon 1
1
minus
minus
6.
x, 6x square.
Okay, that we will solve again, no problem. I think this type of problem we will take again. See, question was tan inverse 5x upon 1 minus 6x square. See what I am telling here, tan inverse A plus tan inverse B. This formula is tan inverse A plus B upon 1 minus AB. This is clear?
Yes, sir.
How you have to recognize this? If you consider this is the product of two factors A and B, and numerator is sum of the same factors. In numerator we are having sum, in denominator we are having 1 minus their product. So this I will write as tan inverse sum 2x, two factors are there, 3x. Now 1 minus 2x and 3x. Understood this?
Yes, sir.
So can you visualize now 2x is equal to A and 3x is equal to B? If I
Yes,
put
sir.
this becomes same A plus B upon 1 minus AB, and this is equal to how much? Tan inverse A plus tan inverse
Tan inverse B.
B. Now you differentiate. So y dash will be how much? Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus 4x square into derivative of inner function. What is inner function? 2x. So its derivative will be 2 plus 1 upon 1 plus 9x square into derivative of inner function. What is inner function here? Inner function is 3x. So its derivative will be 3. This is the answer.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anybody else?
Sir,
Yes.
in the DPP that you sent, the first question, I did some really long method and I got none of the above. Is the answer right?
Differentiation DPP.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Today I will send the solutions of that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Solutions I will send. 1 second. Just wait. If I can see which DPP I sent to you. Divide dx of sec x plus 10x upon sec x minus 10x. That?
Yes, sir.
No. Today I have explained the method now because you
Okay,
don't know that.
yeah, I'll go and do it again. Sir.
Yes. See, sec x plus 10x upon sec x minus 10x. So this is what? 1 plus sin x upon 1 minus sin x.
Yes, sir.
1 plus sin x is what? dd by x of this you have to calculate. 1 plus sin x upon 1 minus sin x. So one simple method here, either you multiply by, now you can differentiate directly.
Yes, sir.
This will be easy. Because answers are in this form only, 1 minus sin x whole square form. So I don't want to change after this.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So I will be sending solution of that today.
Yes, sir.
But every day I expect that all students must solve and submit it. At least solve at your home. Because if you are not solving, this is of no use. So okay then, thank you. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all of you.